We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrick Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that 47. Check. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Outright completes it to Jarwin. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes.
Switch. We're going to 53. 26.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Runs through the contact. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. We're going to 54. Watch the shit. 26.
On second down, Elliott.
Go.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13, it's a first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Mike 55. Drop 47. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 26.
Now Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check tight. Hatch it. Everybody kill. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, watch the slant. Check
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A beautiful spin and room to run. The 20. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jones. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Right here, right here. Mike, let's go!
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Latimer's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Saquon Barkley running right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, kill. 27, 26.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jones to throw on third down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing on first down, Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
To throw again on second down. Jones, his throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. Third down here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Jones, and that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about him right here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Saquon Barkley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Let's go, defense. Here we go, 46.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Check 55. Look at me. Zipper.
Jones now operating from the gun. And Tate's got it. And oh, he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Let's go. Mike. Check 55. Mike.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Jones hit, and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Antoine Bethea, the leading tackler among NFL safeties last year, in on the tackle again there. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be out right at the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the 44, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, switch gears. 26. Under. Go to 54. Why? 26.
Here's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on this. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Go, get out there, get out there.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
55. I'm coming. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Check 9. Check 24. Check 24. Here we go, 47. We're going to 54. Why ain't? 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Yeah. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's out right at the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First down, Giants.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
18-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Alert flare.
2nd and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 77 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the snap.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that that going to be incomplete? Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go, son.
A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr., but a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
55, ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He gets it complete to Latimer. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, New York.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Not today, you are. Not today. He's coming. We got double up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Check 99.
2nd and 9 now. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Elliott. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Toss left to Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the fourth now in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, exit. There we go.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
On fourth down, Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Sam off.
Jones now throwing on fourth down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Watch it. Switch it, hey. 26.
Elliott. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same.